everyone, and welcome back. It's Julianne here with another card for Trinity Stamps this week. For my card today, I'm going to be showing you how I created this clean and simple Happy Birthday Gnome card. The supplies I used for my card today include the Make-A-Wish stamp set and coordinating dies, as well as the Sentiment for Almost Everything stamp set. I'm going to be starting out my card today by stamping that cute little baker gnome that can be found in the Make-A-Wish stamp set. And I'm going to be stamping him with some Memento Tuxedo black ink onto some Express-It blending cardstock, so that way I can do some Copic coloring today. With my gnome all stamped out, I'm going to start working on my coloring. And I have sped that up to save some time in this video. And if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I'm going to be starting out with my lightest shade, working my way out to my darkest, adding shading and depth to my image, and then finally working my way back down to my lightest shade to blend everything together. If you are interested in any of the colors I'm going to be using today, I will make sure to have all my marker caps off to the side so you can follow along, and I'll be right back. Now with all of my coloring complete, I'm going to start working on my background for my card. And for that, I'm going to be using the new Trinity blending bar, as well as Trinity's blending brushes to ink blend my background using some Distress Oxide inks. The colors I'm going to be using today are Squeezed Lemonade, Mustard Seed, and Dried Marigold. I'm going to be starting off by masking off the top area of my background panel, since that's the only part that I want to add any ink to today. And I'm going to be masking that off using some washi tape. I'm then going to start with my ink blending using that Squeezed Lemonade, adding that color to just the top of my panel. And then I'm going to be coming in with Mustard Seed in the middle. And then finally, I'm going to be adding in that Dried Marigold down at the bottom. And I'm just going to switch between each of those three colors, blending them together to really smooth out those lines. Once I'm happy with my ink blended area, I'm then going to mask off the bottom part by laying down a paper towel. And then I'm going to be using my Distress sprayer to spray some water over that ink blended area. And I'm going to let that water sit there for a few seconds before wiping it up using that same paper towel. And that's just going to give my ink blended area some really nice texture. Once I have that all done, I'm just going to set my background off to the side to dry. And then I'm going to be using the coordinating dies to die cut out that gnome that I colored in earlier. And once I'm done with that, I'm then going to start working on assembling the rest of my card. I really wanted to break up that ink blended area from the white area on my background panel. So for that, I decided to trim down a piece of black cardstock into a thin strip. And I'm just going to be adhering that strip down using some liquid adhesive, adhering it directly down to my background panel. And once I have that done, I'm then going to start working on adding in my sentiment. And this sentiment is part of the A Sentiment for Almost Everything stamp set. And I'm going to be lining that up in my MISTI before stamping it down using some more of that Memento Tuxedo black ink. Next, to give my card that little bit of added dimension that I love so much, I'm going to be adhering my background panel down to a piece of coral colored cardstock using some foam adhesive. And then I'm going to be adhering my gnome from earlier using some more of that foam adhesive for even more dimension in my card today. And the final step in my card is I'm going to be adding some creamy vanilla heart sprinkles from Trinity Stamps down to my background as well. And I'm going to be adhering them down using some more of that liquid adhesive. And that's going to complete my clean and simple happy birthday card for today. I want to thank you all so much for stopping by and spending some time with me today. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe for even more card making videos. If you are interested in any of the supplies I used today, they will all be listed and linked down below in the description box. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day and happy crafting!